Hello everyone, I am Atkuri Sisir. Today I am going to explain how to set up a basic Amazon RDS database instance that runs MySQL engine using MySQL Workbench. In this video, I am going to explain all the settings and configurations that are to be kept in mind while creating an RDS database instance that greatly impact the performance of the instance. So, let me quickly sign into the console. I am using my root user account. So let us go into the RDS interface and look at the available instances right now. We will be looking into all the standard options and configurations while creating an RDS instance. There are no available databases right now. Click on create database. Let us click the standard create. In standard create, all the configurations has to be selected before creating the database, and once the database is created, we cannot change any more further. We will be working with MySQL engine, so select MySQL. MySQL 8.0.28 is fine. Please make sure that you have selected free tier version if you want to create a basic instance, because the other templates might incur additional charges. Here you can create any database name. Database name is not an issue, but it should be unique across all the AWS accounts, so make sure it is as different as possible. Username is fine, and I am providing the password authentication. Please make sure all the constraints are satisfying while giving the password. I would highly recommend your own password rather than auto-generated password. Here we are not looking into any heavy loads or throughput, so T2 micro is the lightweight instance available, so I'm going to select T2 micro. We do not have to change any storage options right now. Here we have selected the free tier template, so multi-agent is not available right now. EC2 configurations are fine. I am going to select only default VPCs and security groups, and I'm not going to change any firewall options. Make sure you give this public access to connect to MySQL Workbench. The other thing that has to be kept in mind here is when you provide the public access to your database instance, all the persons who have access to your credentials might be able to access the database and change the database configurations, so be careful while you are providing the public access. As I said before, default security group should be fine. Then I have no preference for availability zones. I am dealing with root user account, so I am providing just password authentication. If you want other IAM users to access the database and other permissions, you can also provide other options like password and IAM database authentication. I do not require any enhanced monitoring for the database instance right now. It is clearly mentioned the amount of time which is free for the free tier RDS instance. Once looking to all the configurations again, standard create and MySQL engine version is fine. Here, as we discussed before, make sure these configurations are perfect. Free tier instance, unique database name, password authentication, granted public access, and perfect database instance for your throughput. These five should be essential for creating your database. Now let us create the database. This name is available, and database should be available in a few minutes after creation. We will come back and look into it when it is available. Thank you. Welcome back. As you can see, our database is available right now. Now we can look into all the available details. URL endpoint and port are essential for making a successful connection. So let us copy this endpoint. I am using MySQL Workbench 8.0 version. In spite of the version, you can carry on with your connection, and the process may be a little different, but the concept is same. Connection name does not have any constraints not here, so I am basic AWS. Connection method is default, and in the host name, copy our endpoint. Port is 3306 by default. Username we have mentioned is admin. Please make remembrance of your password. Without password we cannot make any connection. Okay. After storing the password in vault, test the connection. As you can see, we have made a successful MySQL connection. Okay. Click on OK. As you can see, MySQL connection is mentioned. To make sure our MySQL connection is working fine, we will look into some basic MySQL queries and understand the As you can see, show tables is not working because no database is selected. Let us create a database inside this connection. Create database sample, and then we will look into the list of databases. The default databases are mentioned, and our created database sample is also mentioned. Now we will refresh the schema and look into the available databases. As you can see, sample database is listed. Use sample. Now you see the list of tables. The list of tables is displayed. There are no tables right now. So the basic SQL queries are working in this connection. So connection is successfully established and fully functional. Thank you for watching this video.